Mike Sports Vibes. Thank you for vibing with me. This is the game preview between the mighty Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions Week 7 matchup. Now, let me say this. This is going to be a tough game. I'm not going to sit here and hate on the Lions, even though I'm a Viking fan. I can't stand the Detroit Lions. This is the hardest team that the Minnesota Vikings are going to go against probably all season. I'm going to keep it real. But I got a question for the NFL world, man. This is crazy. Who is going to be the kings of the NFC North Division? You already know my answer. It's the mighty Minnesota Vikings. But this division is so stacked. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got the Vikings 5-0. You got the Lions 4-1. You got the Bears 4-2. You got the Packers 4-2. This is crazy. You know what I mean? But let's get to the reasons why I feel like the Minnesota Vikings will beat the Lions in Week 7. Now, it starts with the offensive line for the Minnesota Vikings. Now, look, I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm not worried about their corners, the Detroit Lions corners. I know they got some ballers when it comes to the safety position, but when it comes to their corners, and I don't really care about all that. It's their defensive line that I'm a little bit like, all right, not that I'm scared, but they got some ballers. And one of the ballers that I'm like, yo, we got to contain, I'm not going to say stop. Hopefully we can stop them, is number 54. Number 54 for the Detroit Lions is simply on a terror, man. He is terrorizing every single offensive line that he goes against. And his name is Aleem McNeil. This dude is destroying everybody that's in front of him. So Bradbury, Ed Ingram, oh my goodness, Blake Brandel, anybody, the running backs, I need everybody to chip in. Tight ends, everybody chip in on this, man. Make sure he doesn't get this Sam Darnold, please, baby. I gotta talk my talk, y'all. Talk that talk. Oh, hold on. Before I get to that, right? Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Make sure it says all. We going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game this season. So join the YouTube family. You know the vibes over here. Good vibes over everything. Good vibes over bad vibes. But let's get back to what I was saying. That is a concerning player. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop him. And I didn't even get to their defensive ends. Hutchinson is he's a monster as well. I'm not going to give them too much credit. I ain't going to really talk too much about what they got on their team on the defensive side of the ball. But when it comes to their defensive line, that's where it starts, their trenches. We have to keep Sammy D upright. And when it comes to running that ball, we have to establish the run, y'all. Like, I don't know what the injury report is going to say when it comes to Aaron Jones and all that. But let me say this. I don't want Ty Chandler to be running back one going against this team. So I'm hoping that guy Aaron Jones is ready to play against this team because they're a tough group. They're a tough group. And when it comes to Sammy D, I just need you to have good pocket awareness, throw the ball away, and just know when the pressure is getting to you, sometimes it's just good to go down or throw the ball away and hang on to that ball. We cannot turn the ball over. And be aggressive as well, too, though, Sammy D. I need Sammy D to play like he played against the Giants, like he played against the Packers. Did he play? I'm trying to think about his numbers against the Packers, but you know what I'm trying to say. I need Sammy D to have that confidence. I need the play calling to be on point. But my whole thing is this. When it comes to Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, and hopefully, I don't know about the injury report, what's going to come out this week, because I'm a little early on this game preview. But TJ Hockenson, oh my goodness. Look, I'm cheering for him. I'm cheering for TJ Hockenson to get some get back against his team, his former team, because they let him go thinking that he's not that dude. You know what I mean? They replaced him with another tight end named Sam Laporta. Now, I'm not going to hate. Sam Laporta, all right, though. I ain't going to lie. He had one catch for 52 yards in And that was a touchdown against the dang on Cowboys. But we ain't the Cowboys. I got to keep saying that. We ain't the dang on Cowboys. We ain't the stinking Cowboys. What does Stephen A. Smith say? What can go wrong will go wrong. And that is the Dallas Cowboys all day. So you Lion fans, don't think just because you blew out the Cowboys that you're going to blow out the mighty Minnesota Vikings. It's not going to happen. I got to say this, man. Hold on. Stop the cap. Really, stop the cap. Stop the cap. It's not going to happen. You're not blowing out the Vikings. You're not even going to win this game. Let me hold on. Let me get you the final score prediction real quick. I believe it's going to be 33 to 24 Vikings. I think that's a good final score prediction because we're going to win no matter what the score is. It could be 3-0. It could be 2-0. If we get a safety and win by 2, it doesn't matter. The mighty Minnesota Vikings will win. But yeah, it really does start with, like, when it comes to TJ Hockenson coming back. If he comes back, I feel like he's going to do the Lions secondary dirty. I'm not scared of their secondary. Brian Branch, their safety, he's pretty darn good. The rookie, Ennis Rakestraw Jr., I think he's a solid cornerback, but he's a rookie. You know what I'm saying? I am not scared of their secondary whatsoever. It is what it is. And when it comes down to it, right, I just feel like we got the best wide receiver core. We just have to make sure we find ways to get the ball to him. I feel like in the last game that we played against the Jets, even though the Jets have a good secondary, it was hard for Sammy D to find our wide receivers. I don't know what that was about. Maybe Sauce Gardner was, Sauce Gardner is that bull. They do got some good corners. They got a good secondary, but it was just kind of like, it was good that he was throwing to JJ most of the time, but at the same time, you got to switch it up a little bit. And I'm just hoping TJ Hockenson is back. Like, that is a player that we've been missing all season long, and that's what's scary. The Vikings are this good without him. Just imagine with him. So, yeah, so we have to make sure we keep on throwing that ball to our best outside weapons. And on top of that, we got to make sure we establish that run. So that's all we have to do when it comes to that side, right? Now, when it comes to stopping the Detroit Lions, I truly feel like this. You have to somehow make them one-dimensional. And how you do that is by taking away their run or containing their run to a certain extent. I'm not saying you're going to completely shut them down. That's going to be hard. That's easier said than done. But you have to make it hard for them. There's no way you're going to win the game. See, we're not the Cowboys. I'm just going to give you the numbers what David Montgomery did to the Cowboys. He had 12 rushes, right, for 80 yards, 6.7 per carry, and 2 touchdowns. You're not winning the game if you give that up. Also, their other running back, number 26, Gibbs, 12 carries for 63 yards, 5.2 per carry. You're not winning the game if you allow that. So then that opens up everything else. That play action, debatably. I said that Sam Darnold is probably top 3, and when it comes to the play action, when the run game is on point, it's the same thing with Jared Goff. He probably 1 or 2. Because, and look, I know Viking fans are like, what are you talking about, Mike? I'm keeping it real. Jared Goff is one of the best when it comes to playing off that play action. And when that run game is on point, good luck beating the Lions. I'm just going to keep it all the way 100 with you because he's going to play action you until you lose, literally. You know what I'm saying? Because he's going to give it to another good tight end in Sam Laporte. I just got done talking about him. Then you got Jameson Williams, and then you got one of the best wide receivers in St. Brown. So you got to stop that run game in order to beat the Lions, period. And Brian Flores, look, your schemes are the best in the NFL. You are bringing back some swag that I didn't think that the Vikings had until you became the defensive coordinator. There's something about this defense where they are not playing games. When the ball carrier has the ball, it's not just one tackler going after them. It's the whole team. They don't play games. So we have to make sure we don't miss our tackles. We have to apply that pressure blitz, but be smart with the blitz. And we have to make sure Harrison Phillips and Tillery and Jonathan Grenard and Andrew Van Ginkel and Blake Cashman and Ivan Pace, and the list goes on when it comes to making sure that they cannot get some type of run game going. Because like I said before earlier in this video, it is very hard to beat this team if they are doing that. If they are running the ball like they want to, it's over. It is over. You know what I mean? And I just want to just say that because it's like, as much as I love the Vikings, I got to keep it real. I'm looking at this team and I'm watching what they're doing to the Cowboys. Look, the Cowboys was missing tackles left and right. They ain't the Vikings. Vikings make their tackles for the most part. And if someone does miss a tackle, someone else is there to clean it up. So I'm not saying that that's going to happen, but we have to be on point when it comes to getting that ball carrier down and not allowing them to gain extra yards after the catch. You feel me? Now, that's pretty much all I got to say. I feel like this is going to be a hard game, and I just have a feeling that once we win this game, we'll finally start getting respect. But honestly, I like the underdog story. I like when people say the Vikings have no chance of winning the division. The Vikings ain't the real deal. The Vikings are getting lucky. I don't want to say I hate. I dislike when people be like, yo, Sam Darnold isn't the best. Look, I'm going to keep it real. I wasn't a Sam Darnold fan, but he made me a fan, and I'm enjoying watching him play with the Minnesota Vikings. And Kevin O'Connell, man, the offense has to be consistent, bro. You have to make sure this game plan is going to be on point for the whole game, not just for the first couple possessions, not just for the first half. It has to be a complete game in order for us to win this game. So it goes to show you that the best part about this team for the Vikings right now, that most consistent, is the defense and the special teams. We need that offense to get it together just a little bit better. And this will be a complete team and a Super Bowl caliber team. Let's go, Vikings. Skol to the bowl. I'm out.
Mike Sports Vibes, thank you for vibing with me. Yeah. Mike Sports Vibes, thank you for vibing with me. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. Let's go.
I really do this.
I'm a hybrid fan. I'm a stand-up man.
Yeah.
They be hating on the squads, but they really a fan. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. Let's go.